guess I should put together like a tweet saying we starting. Oh, I also still need to put the. I need to set up a clock that rings every 2 hours, so I know to stretch.
Do your stretches.
So timer. I'm assuming this is hours, minutes, seconds. Break time. And then we'll start that when we start.
Create character to play and not play.
Okay, let me schedule a post saying we starting out here.
Alright. Did do a couple things off stream. I got the mercenary that I needed to get for this build, so.
Nice. Oh shoot, that.
Oh, okay. I see now. I'm like, why are they yellow dots and not red dots? Because they're not demons, they're hollows. They are different. Yeah, surprise, surprise, I'm back down to 38 followers.
Unfortunate.
I'll make it there eventually. There is no noise suppression, by the way. So I can hear your keyboard and everything. Oh, I got afraid. Asshole.
Oh right, my noise suppression's only in my OBS. It's not in my... Yep. That's on me.
That's fine. You can probably hear my stuff.
I apologize. Too. You're gonna hear so much. Oh shoot, is it actually... Wow, okay, cool. It actually posted my stream
Nice.
as like on my main channel, like it's coming up soon. You better tune in, buddy boy. The hashtags, then links.
Oh, I see now. Okay. I get why this build wasn't working as good. Now I understand.
It's all coming together. What did you find out?
Well, I forgot one very key thing that was added to Diablo is classes have this, like a second menu, and it lets you choose like a bonus. My bonus puts me in the same state that my ultimate puts me in. Anytime I use my second ability, my Valor, which is huge, because I get, anytime I use my Valor ability to kill someone that's vulnerable, it gets its cooldown reset. And being in what the forum's called as Arbiter increases my damage so much. So I can just go on a rampage.
Oh boy, I'm ready for the stream. I'm not ready for what's gonna happen next. Cause I've just been so nervous about this the whole time since I registered.
You can do it. I believe in you. I thought about playing.
Right along.
There's a Scottish metal one made by the same guy that does my lo-fi music that I play.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about doing that, but
I have the Division 2 OST playing in the background, which I think might be adding to my stress now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna just live with it. Hopefully that's not too loud though. Like I turned it down quite a bit and it's still pretty loud. Yeah, I could tweak it real quick. I got minutes.
there it goes. Oh no, the inner sanctum's corrupted. It's covered in gross.
Let's put it at 45.
I just one-shot that chick with my ultimate. That's wild.
Alright, I'm gonna hit start stream. Okay, hold on. Is my microphone working? There we go. Okay. I think I have the noise clamp too tight, but that's okay. I just gotta move the microphone closer to me.
Oh damn.
Shoot, I didn't copy the title for Twitch. Ah! Rebel!
You're so bad. Yeah, leveled up.
You would think with how often we do this that I would be having this down.
Yeah. I need to move you over here, and I also need to close Twitter.
Software?
All the scope buttons. I guess I'm missing like a bunch from just doing the side stuff.
Okay, start frame. Okay, OBS says it's working. Now let's actually check the actual feeds and see if that's true or not.
Casey, stop looking at feet. That's gross.
Bray. Bray. I swear to Lord. I'm just trying to work. Alright, good news. Both are looking great. Cool. Okay, if you'll allow me. For those who are tuning in, first off, I'm joined here by Mini11. He's doing his own stream. We're just hanging out. But I am doing my participation in the VTuber Tiny Jam for 2026. I knew what I was going to say next, and I totally spaced out on it. So I guess that's what we're doing. So a couple things before we dive into it. I'm going to start this timer for 2 hours. Every 2 hours, I am going to be forcing myself to take a break and do stretches. That way we don't get too exhausted. It's also going to be my reminder to get water and food. We're going to start that now. Now, the scope of this project. Ignore all this text, because this design document was made very hastily, like last week, and then I wrote the rest of it today. So, let's start with the design concept. Shout out to our buddy Joe. He came up with the concept for this game jam once again. We will be doing essentially a remake of an obscure ship game that he's very nostalgic for called Naval Ops Warship Gunner, which released on the PlayStation 2 back in 2003. It's basically an arcade naval combat game that looks like this, where the appeal is that you can customize the ship and put the guns wherever you want, which is pretty cool. I've never heard of this game. I'll be honest, I have never heard of this game until you brought it up. Yeah, but it looks fun. I watched some videos. I interviewed him to get an idea. This is what all this text is for, is just to get an idea of what I need to accomplish. So, I got the audio assets I probably need to find or make. the 2D assets that I'll probably make in Krita, the 3D models that I'll need to make in Blender, the enemy types that I'll need to make AI for, and the detection methods is something that Heath said was a really cool mechanic. If I can make time to make it make sense, we'll do it, but I don't know. Now, a twist that I'm going to be putting on the original game is I'm going to make it more of a roguelike game. The original game has like a scripted campaign with missions, kind of like Ace Combat, Air Combat, whichever you play. We don't have time for that. So I'm just going to script some waves and then make an endless mode just to make this more fun. Enemies will drop weapons that the players can unlock, attach to their ship. Get ready for the next encounter. So today's goals is set up the basic character movement, see if I can figure out the camera dead zone today. I have an idea on how I think I want to do it, but I'm not sold on it. We're going to use primitive shapes to represent the core gameplay loop, and then we're going to experiment with another method of shooting the added weapons that I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. And I'm probably going to get asked this question a lot throughout this event, but for the people who may be watching this later or now, I'll be using Unreal Engine 4.27.3. The only reason I'm not using Unreal Engine 5 is because my desktop is how I stream, and my desktop can't run Unreal Engine 5. I have used Unreal Engine 5 on my laptop. I think it's pretty nice, but I'm honestly more familiar with 4.27 anyway, so that's what we're going to use for this project. Cool. Now that the project scope is out of the way, let's actually start. We're going to be using the third-person template for this, just because the game, as you can see in the screenshot, is third-person. Let's set up some stuff. I'm going to be using blueprints because I barely learned C++ for a year, but I'm very familiar with blueprints. We'll make our game scalable quality just because this is a game jam, we might need that for the performance. Target is desktops, and we're not going to use any starter content because we honestly don't need it. So we'll just call this Obscure Boat Game.
You're an obscure boat game. How dare you? It may be obscure, it may be a boat game.
Yeah? That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
It might be obscure. It might be a boat game.
Horses can't climb down cliffs.
But they can climb up cliffs.
They can't climb up cliffs either, no.
What are you talking about? I played Skyrim.
Well, I'm not playing Skyrim. I'm playing Diablo.
Ah, then yes, that's different. Okay. Just because I want to optimize the file size of this game, because I don't know how it's going to be. Let's start by making sure our VR assets are turned off. We don't need any of those. VR, XR. Oh, I should probably do all. Then do VR. Yep, turn that off, turn that off. Turn that off.
Where the hell am I going? Oh.
I don't think they actually add that much data, but it's better to just have it prepared in case it does. Okay, so first off, I want to make a new folder. This will be our, we'll call it Z assets, so that way it's at the end of the line. Let's give it a color. We'll give it red. That way I know this is the folder we're going to work out of. Just to make sure we continue to work out of that, we're going to copy the third-person template, paste it in there so we can tweak it however we like. All right, so first off, let's change the skeletal mesh to be a static mesh. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I plan on excuse me. I plan on the ship being a static mesh. So of course it's not that easy. Okay, fine. we're gonna make a new character blueprint, and I'll make it third person by myself.
I'm gonna make my own boat with blackjack and hookers.
And oh, it comes with the freaking skeletal mesh? That's annoying. Okay, well, we're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist by just not using it. Okay. Make sure we change this file to player boat. Okay, so first things first. Unclear boat? I don't know, man.
I need to reset my VTuber position. It got off-centered for some reason.
Okay, so first things first, I want to make the camera really high up. That did not work. Why is that not working? Oh, it's because the camera boon, isn't it? So let's reset this. Grab the camera boon. Slide that puppy up. Oh, right. That's not the issue. The issue is that the game mode is still using the classic third-person blueprint, and I want it to use player boat. So now if I try...
I want to be a boat. Leave me alone.
There we go.
Face.
That might be too high. We'll just set it to here for now, and then we'll work off of that. So let's get rid of the character mesh. I need a static mesh. Call this boat body. Oh, there's already a static mesh. What am I doing? Let's get a cube.
I got you baited.
Unfortunate. Okay, and then just to make sure we represent the boat really, really well here, we're going to stretch it out quite a bit. Not that way, evidently. Oh, shoot. Too much. Let's try size 5. Oh shit, the camera's getting stretched too. I do not want that. So camera, we'll set it back to 1.
Elongate
That meshes
camera.
that. I need that to stand out better. New folder, we'll call it materials. We'll create a new material from scratch. We'll call it test material. We'll promote the base color to a variable. And we'll give it a, I want a really standout color. So maybe, you know what, in honor of the man who inspired this project, we'll make it green.
What does it say? I actually don't care what it says. Just. There you go.
Then we'll make it 100% metal.
How do you emote in this god awful game? No, don't teleport back.
Test material. There we go. So now we can see how our boat looks.
Controls. There we go.
So first things first, I'd like to change the character movement so that way there is very slow deceleration. Braking, deceleration, walking. What if we turn that to 5? How bad is that? Not what I need.
Did I pass it? Am I blind?
Braking friction. Okay, what if we turn that to 1? What does that look like? That feels a little bit better. So what if we turn that down to... This is risky, but let's turn it down to 0. See what that does. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So let's try turning that to, I don't know, 0.25. Oh yeah, that feels very boaty. Okay, so now we need to just turn down the acceleration. So let's turn down the acceleration to, I don't know, 1K. It still feels a little bit fast. Maybe 500. Okay, Now the next issue is that the braking still feels a little too harsh. So what if we turn that down to 0.15? How does that feel? Yeah, that feels great, actually. Okay, so now we just need to figure out the turning. Character movement, general settings. No?
I guess I'm just supposed to attack them, so we'll just put him up there. Even though it says survive the attack, I'll punch his face in. Like the man I am.
Like the man you are. Oops. Okay. So if I go to player defaults.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the seasonal stuff.
There should be something about moving towards replicate movement. Oh, that's replication. We don't care about that. Physics collision.
Let's I guess I'll go do the. I got the hiccups.
Are you good?
No, I got the hiccups.
Walk off ledges, walk off ledges. Maintain horizontal ground velocity. Ignore base rotation. Okay, that has to do with like very niche stuff. What if I do check that though?
You know what's the sad thing about not having noise suppression on Steam? You're gonna hear how often I actually move in my chair. The answer is
I'm sure there's a way to do it. I'm sure there's a way to do it, and we just don't know yet.
I will enter this dungeon, and then I will go dig another hook, because I got time.
I just like checked that OBS because I was doing my typical like make noise to make noise while I think, and it didn't pick it up. So now I'm just kind of like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? We don't need to worry about the jumping mechanics, so we can get rid of that. You know what? That's what I probably should have done, is actually go through the inputs.
I've turned my voice threshold to high. Am I speaking loud enough that you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll try that. What am I doing?
I wonder if I turn this down to maybe like negative 0.5 and 0.5, will that actually solve my turning issue? Not really. Kinda not really. Let's just try one more thing, then we'll turn it back to normal if it does nothing. Save. Not quite. Okay, so let's set that back to normal. I think what we'll try and do. Okay, so get control rotation, break rotator, make rotator, Z-yaw, get right vector. Can I maybe divide that by float of 2? Or yeah, divide by 2. Maybe that'll have it. Maybe that'll make it worse. I don't know. Reset VR. Oh shoot. Maybe we can get rid of that.
Reset on pipe.
Yeah, I don't think that did anything. Okay. We'll just do some research on that later. I want to try and make as much progress as possible, so let's go to our notes here. Set up basic boat shape and reduced friction for boat-like movements. And then we'll do an underline to do. Reduce turning speed. And we'll come back to that. So let's make a new folder. We'll call it blueprints. Throw this in there. And then we'll make an actor here. And this will be our turret parent. We'll represent this with 2 cubes. Or, yeah, we'll just do 1 cube. We'll call it turret. Meter cube. You know what? No, we're going to use 2 cubes. And the reason why is because I want a turret muzzle. There we go. So let's go to the event graph. Then what we'll do here is we'll add a variable and we'll call this owning actor. This will be a generic object reference.
Patiently waiting on the lady.
Is it actor reference? Yeah, actor object reference. So the reason we're doing this is because I'd like this turret to be usable by the enemy NPCs as well. So I'd like for the turrets to be able to ask who's my owner, and they will respond to owner. So let's start with event. Oops. Custom event. I call it shoot. Then we'll get owning actor. And if owning actor is equal to, this will be an input. Actor reference. I'm pretty sure the way I'm about to do this is probably not very smart, but we're here to learn. We're here to learn. If we learn a better method over the course of the development, we'll do that. So we'll do line trace by channel. Get world location. Get forward vector. Multiply this by a float. That float will designate the distance that this will go. So we'll do, I don't know, 1,000. So start there. Then I think you're supposed to add these 2 vectors together. And that becomes the end of the line trace. Set it for duration. Actually, you know what? For this exercise, because I just want to make sure that this works before I start doing weird stuff. Save event shoot, do the line trace by channel. Okay, so what we're going to do to test this is we're going to throw this in here, like so. Let's set it up on that ledge, actually. That way it's easier to see.
So many friends with me.
Cool.
I got 4 people just chilling.
Nice. So next, what we're going to do is I need to actually open the project settings and put some inputs in real quick because I'm smart. So let's get some action mappings here. We'll start with the shoot button, the all-important shoot button. We'll bind that to the left mouse button. we'll say weapon 1, which we'll set as our 1 key. Sorry, let's emphasize weapon type. And we'll let the player carry up to 3 weapon types. So weapon type 3. So 2 and 3. Cool. Now to test this, we'll go to input action shoots. And on pressed, get all actors of class. We'll look for turret. Cast 2. No. Break. For each loop with break. Yes, that's what I need to do. Or actually, can I just do a regular for loop? For each loop. Get the array, get the executable. There we go. Cast 2 turret parent. And do shoot. Okay, this should work. Yep, that works. Oh my god. Okay, so the next issue is that the turret is not actually facing the right direction. But we can fix this by just let's do 1 and 0.5, and then we'll just slide this over. And no one will be the wiser. Unless you watch the stream. Then you're the wiser. Okay, so now what I want to check is if we can make it recognize who owns the turret. So that's what this whole setup is for. So right now, this owning actor should be value blank, right? So go back here, you can see owner call reference. So if we leave this blank, it shouldn't let us shoot. It's letting us shoot. Ah! Oh, right, I didn't plug it in. Why are you still letting me shoot? I'm not your owner. Is owning actor equal to owner call reference? If yes, line trace by channel. If false, let's say if false, print string. Okay, so what if we break these up and switch them? Interesting. Okay, so now what if I plug this in as get a reference to self? I hate you. Doing everything you represent. But at least it works. So theoretically, now it's not working. What is your problem?
Mini things. Yeah,
I know. Oh, I know what's going on. Event begin play. Set owning actor. I think that should make it blank. Whatever, man.
Escape the cave. It's collapsing.
Here's what we'll do. Why is it working this way? Maybe because it's actor reference and not object reference? Change the variable type. Nope, that still works. I don't know why that works, but it does work.
because they weren't cool enough like me.
About get owning actor.
Okay. No.
What if we do the branch here? Is owning actor equal to us? And then, if true, shoot. Put that in the wrong order, because I'm smart. Plug that there, plug that there, and plug this there. And then we'll just disconnect this.
Oh, because I left. I have to go back. That's silly.
Okay, so now, let's say, theoretically, child actor, or
This is a Nickelodeon.
let's do
You don't
this.
need those.
Let's call this turret array. We'll make this an object reference. And then change this to an array. Compile. And then, oh, this is gonna be so tricky.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Let's do this. Copy this actor, paste it, set it there,
If
right?
you want to listen to a pretty chill song, Casey, the Observatory from Majora's Mask has a wonderful MIDI.
I mean, most of Majora's Mask OST is pretty chill, from what I've heard of it. Okay, so let's do this. If I go to this second turret here, it should be... There's a way to look at variables. I'm just not seeing it right now. Maybe they changed that. Oh well. See, this is the part that I'm so worried about, is the weapon systems for this game idea. Let's try, well, let me play for a second, just so I can get an idea what I want to do.
Oops.
Do you think we can play?
He exploded.
You know what, we should set up a save system. That's what we should do, because that'll help me think through this a little bit. So let's go to Blueprint class. We're going to make a save game object. We're going to call this player save. Actually, let's make it boat save, because Unreal Engine's default assets will still show up in the search results, and I don't want to get confused. So variables. We're going to need to make an array of turrets on boat. This will be an object reference. And an array. Shoot, there was another variable I wanted to make, and I already forgot what it was. I don't know. Here, let's... one thing at a time. So let's say, let's just make a custom event real quick. Inputs. I'm already spinning my wheels, dude. Keyboard events. Let's bind it to number 9. And what we're going to do is we're going to load.
Restore resources.
Right, hold on. Does save game exist? We're going to call it slot 1. branch. Slot 1. Create save game. Save game to slot. Slot 1. Okay. And what we're gonna do.
Hang on. We gotta watch this guy die, because he's a tool.
Actually, we'll do this. Okay, yeah. I need another keyboard event. Keyboard. Let's make it 0. When we press it, we're going to... No, we're going to set this. Where did I just see that? Ah. I'm gonna get this. We're gonna get all turrets, and then for each loop, we're gonna make an array and add them to the array. And then when we save the game, we are going to get our turret array, set turret array. Oh, I need to... Oh my god. Okay, so that's 9 is my save game button. I need a different button for load game. Okay. How about enter? Keyboard enter. That'll be our load game button. So press. We want to do does save game exist? It's got to be in slot 1. Then we're gonna do a branch, and then if save game does exist, we're gonna load game from slot. Slot 1. We're gonna get turret. What is your problem? Why do I not remember how saves work? Save game. Oh wait, maybe cast to boat save. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Of course it's that simple. Ah! Get turrets on boat. I'm gonna set the turret array to match. Okay. So for each loop, we're going to get those turrets, add them to our array, and then set owning actor to us. So just remember the keybinds. 9 is to save, 0 is to make all the turrets mine, and enter is to load the fact that they are mine. And that did nothing. Okay, let's do this.
I should go do the season stuff.
Custom event. Declare owner, just to make sure this is testing correctly here. And string. And only do it if, nah, that's fine. 0, okay. Oh, I mean, okay, that worked. I didn't set up that print string correctly, but that works. So when I start the game, they're not mine, but when I hit 0, they become mine. Okay. Oh. Set up for loop for triggering turret events. You know what? I'm gonna use a format that I'm actually familiar with. We're gonna call our blueprint actors. Use you. We're gonna call our blueprint actors with bold and italics. Yeah. And then we'll use italics for functions and components. So set a basic boat mesh. Just not bold. And then boat movement. Okay, cool. Okay. Now we need to figure out how to make them aim where we need them to. So that'll have to be an event tick thing. Event tick. Get owning actor. Get rotation. Actually, no. So freaking annoying. Cast to player boat, which means that I need to do something different for when it's AI players. Whatever. Get rotation. Get target rotation. Get control rotation. Get world rotation camera boom. Let's do that.
My favorite interactions in Diablo 3, right?
Yeah.
I just got reminded of it. One of the angels becomes a human because he sacrifices, you know, being an angel to save the world. And he's like, my stomach feels weird. And they're like, oh, you didn't forget to eat again, did you? He said, no. In fact, I did all the day's eating in one sitting.
Jesus.
I think about that.
Think about that a lot. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to... Hold on. What I had was correct. It's this part that's wrong. Get world rotation. It would help if I spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Camera.
Okay, one more level.
Okay, so if this works... Oh my god, it fucking works. Oh my god. This was the one part of working on this game that I was super worried about, but it works. I think 9 was to save.
That doesn't give me a waypoint? How do you do that?
If I exit and hit play, hit enter. Nope. Well, I mean, at least the turret system is working. That was actually like one of the tough parts I was worried about. What we need to worry about now is how do we make these turrets appear on the mesh. So let's try something extremely silly. I'm so scared. Okay, one more thing I want to check actually. So 0, 9, save. I jump back in and hit enter. Okay, so the save system's not working, but that's okay. What I want to check is if I were to save. Shoot, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? I go to the static mesh, right? I can't add sockets to it, which is what I would normally do for skeletal meshes, is add a socket and say this is where the gun goes. For first-person shooters, like I just add a socket in the hand, and then the hand will always hold the gun correctly. You can't do that with static meshes because they don't have bones. So the challenge becomes, how do we add those points?
Way to point out their shortcomings, Casey.
Well, if they just had some calcium, bro, they wouldn't be the target of my harassment, now would they?
What if I pointed out that you didn't have any bones?
I mean, if it was true, I would be offended, but at the same time, it's a fact. No bones. No calcium. Okay. Think. Is it possible to... This is going to sound stupid, because it probably is. But let's do this. We'll add a print string at the end of the save system. We're just saving the game. We'll say save to existing slots and save to new slot.
Why did it have me look at the damn post that he was looking at? That doesn't make any sense. It's so dumb.
Save to new slot.
I'm leveling up my mercenary. I don't take this abuse anymore.
Okay. So we know that this 0 function is working. The enter function is probably not. So what if I just add this to the end of it? Oh, you know what's probably not happening? Because I'm an idiot. I'm not actually saving anything. I created a save slot that's holding nothing. So what I need to do is drag this out and do cast to save boat save. Do this twice. One down low, one on high. And what we need to do, first of all, break this. Look this up. We need to set the turret array. So we need to get our current turret array and set it to the saved turret array. So that way, every time the game saves, it checks if the player owns boats. And if they own boats, then the boats will be saved. Or not the boats, the turrets. If the player owns turrets, turrets will be saved. Say it with me, John. If the player has turrets, the turrets will be saved.
If the turret player has save.
Perfectly executed. That's why you're the best. Okay, so here's what I want to do, actually. So at the end of the enter find, we'll say load game does not actually no exist. Ooh, casting till we make it. Yeah, that's right. Ever wanted casting till we make it. Okay. And then we'll say save exists. Just want to test that. No exist. I mean, we don't need the save system this early, but I would like to have it working. So, 0 to trigger ownership of the turrets. 9 to save that fact.
Oh, am I done?
Okay, so
I guess I'm done.
it's not creating a save at all. 9 to save game exist. If false, create save game object. Any reason you still use UE4? Yes. I use UE5 on my laptop, but I'm streaming from my desktop because it can handle streaming better, and it can't run Unreal 5 for some reason. That's the only reason. As silly as it sounds, my desktop can't handle what my laptop can.
Very silly.
Oh, you know what? The 9 button's not even working. So when I press 9, we're not seeing any print strings. So let's do this. We'll drag this out, do a print string early, just so we can make sure that button is working and my keyboard's not broken. Good. That's a good start. Next, we'll add the print strings to the beginning of the branches, just to see what triggers. So we'll say true. Oops, copy paste that. Make this false. Like this. False. Okay, so create save game object. Try Control D when copying. Okay, Control D. Oh, hold on, let me try on something else. Control D. I don't think that's doing anything different, but we can play around with that. Try Control D without copying. Is that like opposites or? It duplicates things faster. Oh, so if I do... I don't think that's doing anything, unfortunately. Let me open the engine. Oh, okay. No, you're all good. It's day 1, so it's okay if we're a little slow on some things right now. So let's get false put it on after create save game object, because maybe create save game object is not. Oh, that's my issue. I'm blind. I didn't set the create save game object to be our boat save. That's why nothing was working. I think. We're about to find out. So new slot should print now. Wow, I'm freaking brilliant. So now if I go back in and hit 9, yep, now I have a save. So now in theory, let me own turrets. What game are you trying to make? Here, let me recap for you real quick. I have a little design document. A buddy of mine is really nostalgic for this game called Naval Ops Warship Gunner. A game that looks like this. It's an arcade naval combat game. Where the cool feature is that you can customize the guns on your boat and, you know, change out the turrets and place them anywhere on your dock. So, pretty cool looking game. I've never heard of it until he mentioned it to me at the end of last year, but I thought, hey, why not use this gem to learn how to make it and learn new skills in Unreal Engine, you know? Okay, so we know that it's saving now, and we know that it recognizes we have a save now. So now what I want to test is if I own the turrets, then save, then exit, load the save, and hit enter. Save game exists, but it didn't add the turrets to my... Well, then again, what we probably need to do is...
Once.
Take this out.
Don't do that.
Break the array for each loop with break. And what we need to do for each one is cast to turret. Probably don't need to do that, but we're going to do it anyway. Select a node and Control D, but it may not work in Unreal 4. Probably not. Unreal Engine 5 has a lot of really cool convenience features that Unreal 4 doesn't have, which is why I use it on my laptop when I'm working on that platform. Set owner. No, owning actor.
Owning job.
Get a reference to self. So now, in theory, when I load my save, the turrets will become mine for real.
Don't ignore my dumb joke. You heard me.
I'm going to ignore your dumb jokes. Okay, it's not working. Set owning actor. I wonder if it's because...
In all honesty, if I wasn't introduced into the Tengu curse, the Yoni might be my favorite yokai.
How long is the game jam? I have a timer in the bottom left. Sorry if it's a little hard to read, but it ends on March 1st. So we got a little bit of time. Owning actor. Yeah, that should be working. Unless what I want to do is... Nope. Yeah, all actors of class with tag. Oh shoot, that's right. Tags. Can I add tags? Interesting. Okay. So let's do this.
I'm playing
We'll
as
do a
Hell,
make array.
and somehow I'm a hell diver.
Hell diver.
I'm literally diving to hell.
Know a place that sells animation pack for characters besides Fab? Mixamo is a free resource that's got motion capture. And if you don't like Mixamo, there is a gentleman on Pizza Poly named Quaternius. He makes 3D models and animation packs professionally. So I recommend checking his website out or his Pizza Poly page if that interests you. Oh, I saw it. I need to have it be this is a name. So I need a name. And we'll call it owner tag.
Zawu.
So then what we'll do is go back to here. And when we are declaring the owner, we will also oops, I'm really good at spelling. Declare owner. I spelled owner wrong, but don't look at that. It's not important.
Okay, so I'm getting hot.
We'll call it getting hot.
Yeah, I'm in hell. Or like a hell-ish place, so...
Are you talking about Arizona? Just kidding.
It's Arizona, but without the golf courses.
That truly is another level of hell.
Very few
Okay.
people get that reference.
That's fine. Okay, so we'll do that.
It's, the Simpsons reference. Believe it or not.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's from one of the Treehouse of Horrors where Bart wants to go to school in hell because he's actually thriving and wants to thrive. And Homer's describing like various difference of hell. So he's like the dark abyss, Arizona, but without the golf courses. And the principal of the school goes, actually, we do have golf courses, but all the greens are tricky.
Are tricky?
Yeah, tricky. Which means they're very hard.
Oh, you know what? I'm all kinds of stupid today. So, the reason why this isn't working isn't because we aren't telling these turrets that we own them. The issue is we're telling the game to save the fact that we own turret A and turret B, but those are instanced. every time we load up a new level, these turrets no longer have owners. So what we need to do is when we save turrets to our array, we need to spawn said turrets and tell them when they spawn, we own you. I love game jams. They stress me the fuck out. So what we're gonna have to do?
Burning light.
Right. Spawn actor from class. We want to find turret. And it's only going to spawn 2 because we only have 2. Which tells me that we also need to come up with a transform array. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. Transform spawns array. Get reference. And then just to test that this works, we're gonna spawn 2 transforms here, and we're gonna set them to... This turret is currently located at...
Your mom's house.
1030, 380. Let's have a turret spawn on the question mark here, if I can click on it.
I'd have many questions if your mom was hiding a turret anyways.
What?
You didn't hear me? You said the turret is currently located. I said your mom's house.
Oh. It does raise questions. So it's 205. And then we'll copy this. And then the second transform will be, I don't know, 200. And then we'll do array index like this. Do that. Get rid of that, because we can just do this. And then just to make our system a little bit better, set owner tag. I already forgot what the tag system was called in here. Is it just called tags? Am I crazy? Oh, right, cast to declare owner. Right, that's why. Oh, cast to not cast, just declare owner. We're already casting. Ah! I felt so smart today when I was programming my other project. I felt so stupid right now. I guess we don't need a cast, huh? And we'll keep it just in case. So let's test that. If I hit enter, it should just spawn it since I already got the turrets in the array. We don't need to scream. It is beneath us to scream. What if I just break this and then just print string? I just want to see if this works.
What if I just break this and leave?
Okay. Evidently, it's not working. Okay, does it work before it touches the for loop? How about that? It works. Okay, so the issue has to do with how the for loop is working. You can't see it, but I'm already leaning forward in my seat. I need to sit up.
Gamer.
Gamer lean. I put my chair in gamer mode. No, I wanted to do that. Let's just check what happens if I... What if I just do this? Oh, hold on. It is spawning the turret. I just don't see it. That's concerning. Why don't I see it? Transform is 205. Oh, it's spawning in there, isn't it? If I just set this to maybe 100. There it is! Okay. Plug this in.
Relog.
Oh my god, we did it!
For some reason, it wouldn't let me claim that season reward.
So for some reason, this array index, or not array index, if we break a completed, yeah, if we break a completed, it doesn't work. So something about how this array is looping is not working correctly. So let's try and be silly here. What if I just plug it in like that? I don't think that's how that's gonna fix it, but yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Something about this is not working correctly. What would it be?
Let's do it completed again, just to see.
Let's do something extremely silly. Let's break this. Grab this. And also this. Slide that to the right. I just want to see if this is going to at least print the string twice. Because right now we should have 2 turrets in our array. That's a negative. Okay, what if I do the array index instead? Interesting. Very interesting. Yes. Well, at least we know this works, to some extent. It's just only looping once, and that's where my concern lies. Because if we do straight to completed, it spawns it just fine.
And not on hard? Am I dumb?
Spawns it just fine. Okay, so let's try something a little different. Match actor to actor. So let's say our parent actor is himself. We don't have a socket. Of course we don't have a socket. Why would we have a socket? Doesn't need a socket. I mean, it works, I guess. Ow. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I love it. Okay, sure. Set up for loop for triggering turret events. You know what? Let's just do an indent here and just say created turret events. Yeah, created turret events. So we did a for loop to trigger turret specifically. Shooting. Nope, I don't want italics. I just want bold. Shooting events. We set up a save system. Boat save specifically. Boat save.
With guns.
To save owned turrets. And then we also set up a load game to retrieve owned turrets. And then I'm going to say identified, because it's not implemented, but we identified actor to our, oh my god, attach actor to actor node as potential method of adding turrets to boat. Not bad. And we still have 50 minutes before I need to take that break, so we're looking great. There's got to be another way to attach actors to actors though that have more precision. There's attach actor to component, but that means I would need a component for every part of the ship, and that's not really my intention. It's also attach. Okay, hold on. Well, yeah, no, it still has a socket name. Maybe something I could do is when I make the actual boat, I'll actually give it a one bone skeleton and then just put a bunch of sockets where I would like the grid to be. That could be something. Just can't get over the fact that the turret works like this. Okay, that's breaking friction. Is there like a floor friction somewhere? Ground friction. Is this one of those higher it is, the harder it is? Setting that affects movement control allows higher values, allow for faster changes in direction. Ah, that's what I needed to tweak this whole time. Let's try one. Not really affecting turn speed, but it is affecting how I move, so that's interesting. Let's try 0.05. Let's see what that looks like. That feels really boat-like, actually. Like, the movement, at the very least, is. It's a little bit too low for the kind of game we're going for, but I think we found something. We found something. Yeah, if it wasn't for the model turning the way it's turning, this feels really good. So I wonder if we can make the mesh like lock to the rotation of movements. I know there's a way to do that somehow. I just need to remember how. Movable. Collision, lighting, rendering, navigation. Maybe this is a class default thing. Maybe use... I don't think it's use controller rotation. I think that's like where I look. Yeah, I thought so. We can turn that off. There's an easy way to do this, I just don't know. Oh, base turn rate? Base turn rate? Maybe that's it? This might also be my base camera turn rate, but we'll find out. Not really feeling a difference. Let's try cranking that down to 0. Maybe I'll feel it then. I ain't feeling nothing, SpongeBob, my boy. However he talks. So I don't think that's it. I'm not sure. Then again, not.
Him saying SpongeBob was a meme and now it's real.
No, it's real. I have a solution in mind, but I don't want to use it because it feels wrong. Let's just let's look at what we need to work on mechanics wise, and then we'll go from there. Right, I need to set up the widget with dead zones. I have an idea on how I want to do it, but I'm pretty sure it's the wrong way to do it. So we're gonna wing it. Set this color to blue. Okay, I don't need a blueprint class. I need a user interface and blueprint widget. We'll just call this HUD. Nope. Let's do That'll work. So we're gonna use this as our reference circle. Let's make this size, I don't know, 750 by 750. Negative 320. Negative 330. Negative 350. Love this game of try to line the dots up.
375, 380.
Negative 370 it is. Okay, so just make this a little more visible. I need the radius to be increased. Let's go with size 10. Okay, how about size 50? That'll work. Okay. So, if we go to here, event begin plays up here. Cut that out. We'll go to create widget, add to viewport, and we'll choose our HUD class. Cool. So that's working, but I want to be able to see our mouse, so we're going to need to go to blueprint class, make a new player controller, call it boat controller. We're going to set show mouse cursor to true, and then what I'm looking for is, I don't actually want the mouse to directly control the camera, which I think is actually as simple as, yeah, disabling these inputs right here. So let's do that. So now if we go in here, right, we need to actually set the new controller as our thing. Boat controller. There we go. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect these and create new custom events. We're going to call the first one turn camera. And we're going to make another one, and this one is going to be called look up. And what I should have done before I copied and pasted both of those is create a input called access value. So I realize I haven't really talked about the game's camera system, so let me take a break to do that once I plug this in. So if we go back to the design document here, this red circle right here is actually the cursor, and the camera itself doesn't rotate unless your cursor reaches the edge of the circle here. Then it starts turning the camera. this giant circle is also your radar, which is pretty cool. But we're going to try and replicate that. And if we can do that today, that'd be sick. So I know that there's like really popular methods of doing it. And I saw on my YouTube feed, here's how to do it. But they were like 40 minutes long or like multiple hours long. So we're going to do something unhinged instead. We're going to grab 4 buttons. Apparently the throbber doesn't like being an owner, so that's fine. 2, 3, 4. And make sure that these are centered. And we're going to set them to be, I don't know, let's say 100 by 500. And then we'll do this. Might need to be larger than that. And we'll play with it. So we'll do 500 by 100 next.
You, pinnacle monster. Gross.
Oops. Still whoops. $75. Close enough. Do 460, and then we'll do 460 here. Make this one 500 by 100. Okay, I should actually talk through what I'm doing since I'm being boring right now. Essentially, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it to where when the button is on hovered, it will add input to the user's camera. Instead of functioning like real buttons, they're just literally hitboxes, which sounds crazy, because it is, but it's an idea, and I want to try it. So we need to anchor this in the center. We need to do 100 by 500. Then the height for this one was -250. Just drag this across until we get something satisfactory. Okay, so what does that look like? Good. Good. So next what we're going to do is on hovered, we should label these. Turn right. Turn left. Look up.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
You're all good. And look down.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Let's just try this without the... Yeah, so that's not going to work now. So what we need to do... Okay, so now what if we do set turn? And then at the end of the...
I think I'm gonna call it short one night to guys. Short night tonight, guys, because I'm not feeling well. So, thank you for showing up.